Buoyant continents rising up as the weight is lifted off. Well, we've talked about this. Basically, if I got a glacier with a lot of weight, when that glacier melts, it takes all the weight off the ground. While the glacier is there, it's pushing down on the lithosphere. Remember, the lithosphere is floating in the asthenosphere. It's like a partially plastic molten layer. And when you lift that weight, it will bounce back up. And this is called crustal rebound or isostatic rebound. Up in Canada, since the last ice age, we can see the rates of uplift. This is how fast the land is moving up. Since all those glaciers that were up there at the end of the last ice age have melted away, and we can see the areas with the greatest uplift is actually the areas where the ice was the thickest up around the Hudson Bay. So at the end of the last ice age, the center of the glacier, the continental glacier, was right up here on the eastern side of the Hudson Bay. The Great Lakes are also rising up as well. Not quite as dramatic as Canada. Down in Virginia where we're at, we're actually sinking because of this melting ice. And what happens is if you have it's called glacial forebulge, where if I had weight pushing down, well, out in front of it, it actually rises up a little bit. It's like if you take and push down on a blanket, that's supposed to be a hand right there, I'm trying to draw. If you push down on a blanket, in front of it will actually roll upwards. And since the glaciers only came down to New York, well, out in front of it, the land got lifted up and pushed upwards. So here in Virginia, we actually were pushed upwards. And then when the glaciers melted, just like it's rising now, well, we're sinking back down when we took the weight off of it. And so it's still considered isostatic rebound, whether it's going up or down. But it's because of changes in the pressure as you push down on the crust or you relieve that pressure from the crust. Certain areas will generally rise back up. But again, out in front of that glacier, it can be sinking back down like we are here in Virginia.